Welcome, everybody. I'm Joe from the Game House. Today we'll be doing a Jacksonville Jaguars 2025 NFL mock draft. The Jacksonville Jaguars are up in our NFL mock draft series. They have the number 5 pick in the 2025 NFL draft. We'll be using the NFL mock draft database simulator. I like how it meshes big boards from across the internet together to make their own big board. And we'll also be rejecting all trades to keep it as realistic as possible. Now, the Jaguars starting over a new leaf. Liam Cohen, the new head coach, new GM coming in here soon. So we'll see what maybe their strategy might be. I don't know how this works out, but Travis Hunter's the pick here. Best player of the draft, him or Abdul Carter. You already have two edge guys that I think they're pretty good. So Josh Hines-Allen and Trayvon Walker. Go get Travis Hunter, play him at corner, maybe play him at wide receiver to help out Trevor Lawrence as well. But that is if they get Travis Hunter to fall to 5, they would be very, very happy. Then we move on to pick number 36. There's still corners available too, but we'll see. It looks like a tackle is going to be the best, kind of the best available here for something they need. I guess we'll go Armand Membu out of Missouri. He's a guy who really rose up mock drafts this year. Really good player. Might be able to move him into guard as well. So whatever the Jaguars do in free agency, maybe they can kind of like move him around and make him fit what they need. Next pick, we have the 70th overall pick. Would be nice to get a defensive lineman. Maybe Xavier Watts at safety. Yeah, I can't pass up Deon Walker. I've done it in other mock drafts. He is a guy who is just so big but moves so well. If you can get him to be disciplined and play with some fire, you're going to get a guy who should be going round 1. I'm obviously not going to be going in round 1 in this mock draft because he's at 70, but I think in the real NFL draft he might go way higher because coaches will see him and say, I can work with that. All right, Gary Zabel probably going to be the pick here for us at pick 88, the interior offensive lineman from North Dakota State. Can play tackle as well. I think interior could be the fit here. You already have the offensive tackle. Now you have interior offensive lineman. You have the corner. You have the defensive lineman. We'll try to get some more help for Trevor Lawrence here with some of these picks coming up. Tez Johnson may not be a fit. I like Christian Kirk when he plays in the slot more, so I don't know if I want to take him as a wide receiver. Caden Prather could be a good pick. I think we'll go with Kevin Winston Jr. out of Penn State. Some injury issues there. We get that safety now. I think the wide receivers are fine, Brian Thomas and Christian Kirk. So you don't really have to like reach for one. Probably good to get some depth at some point if one kind of falls on the board that way. Let's go with this pick. Let's go with Chris Paul Jr., another guy who's risen up mock drafts this year. Started his career at Arkansas, then transferred to Ole Miss, and I think he plays with pretty good athleticism, and I think that'd be something they value. The next pick is 143. Let's go Kyron Lacey. He's got some legal troubles going on right now, so we'll have to make sure that clears out. But if he does, he played very well for LSU this year, a guy who I think improved as a route runner throughout his career and kind of moved up from Louisiana to Louisiana State and played pretty well. So I think it's a good value there. Taking a risk, but if you can get him to work out, maybe you can kind of improve your roster from that. All right, so the next pick we have is 184. We'll go Fadil Diggs, this Syracuse edge rusher. Started his career at Texas A&M, then transferred to Syracuse. Needed some more rotational guys behind Josh Hines-Allen, behind Trayvon Walker, so that could be good. And the tight ends that they want me to take are still there if I want to do that. I think you already got just about every other position, it seems like, in this mock draft. So let's do Terrence Ferguson, a guy that I think has kind of gone up and down throughout his career, but I think at this rate, take a flyer on him, see if you can get the most out of him, and I think he could probably be a guy who makes the roster even as such a late pick. Wants me to take a quarterback here, maybe a running back, and again, just not many positions we haven't taken so far, so that makes sense. Let's go Jaquavius Marks, Woody Marks here from USC. Has experience as a pass catcher out of the backfield, can be a weapon for Trevor Lawrence, and just a guy who may be a rotational running back behind ETN and behind Bigsby, who can maybe help out. So here is the final draft for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have Travis Hunter at 5. Again, I don't think that's going to happen, but if he's there, you're taking him. Armand Membu, the offensive tackle out of Missouri. Maybe you can play interior if you need that as well. Deon Walker, the defensive lineman from Kentucky. Just very athletic for a guy that size. Gary Zabel, the interior offensive line from North Dakota State. Another guy who maybe plays inside, maybe plays outside, but really helps that offensive line. Kevin Winston Jr., the safety out of Penn State. Chris Paul Jr., the linebacker out of Ole Miss, Kyron Lacey, the wide receiver out of LSU, Fadil Diggs, the edge out of Syracuse, Terrence Ferguson, the tight end out of Oregon, and Joquavius Woody Marks, the running back out of USC. Let me know what you think of this mock draft down in the comments below. We'll be doing more mock drafts for every NFL team before we get to the 2025 NFL Draft. For now, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.